Well, Paul, this weekend's gonna be the first time we play Bromley 3 times in 5 games. So interesting Christmas period now coming up.
Yeah, it's always good to play Bromley. It's become our local derby over the last few years. Ironically, we've tended to do well at their place, and they've tended to do better here. So hopefully the same happens again on Saturday.
And just broke the news to me forward, starting the interview, Brad Pearce signed a new 2-year deal, so that's fantastic news for the club.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, it's a great bit of news for the football club. I met his parents after the game on Saturday, and Brad, and obviously they were over the moon for him to be offered a contract, and hopefully we can develop him over these next sort of couple of years, and hopefully get his ambitions as high as they can be. But it's early days for him, but he's shown enough promise, enough class within training to put him on a contract, and it's very much the policy that we're looking to do is to try and bring young players through here.
And now with him signing the contract, that's very good competition for the likes of Clough and Collins. It really keeps them on their toes.
Well, and Beckwith, of course.
Oh, Beckwith, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we gave Brad the opportunity at Fylde. I thought he did very, very well. He did well again on Saturday, and so you're right, it adds competition. But we've also looked at Charlie playing in 2 different positions as well. There's a lot of debate about Charlie playing up front, but you saw at Braintree, 2 of the assists were down to him. And obviously I think we missed him last Saturday, but Craig's come in and done a great job for us last week, and we managed to cope without him.
And just some news on the injury updates. How's the likes of Asper Thomas and Tommy Wright getting on?
Yeah, well, Tommy's training now every day with us in terms of his recovery work, his gym work on his knee. We won't see him back till next July or August in terms of back within the group, but he's working hard every day. Aswood has had an operation on Wednesday on his wrist, so he's going to be out for 4 weeks, but he'll come back quite quickly after that. So he'll continue to do recovery work, but he's probably out for a month, and everyone else is pretty much good to go.
Also, Craig Dundas has gone back to Hampton and Richmond. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think he's been a fantastic servant to the club, but we asked him to come back to cover us for 2 or 3 games whilst we knew that we might be struggling with Cloughie and other bits. But he's managed to secure a deal at Hampton for this year and next, which I think for him at 38 is a credit to himself in terms of how he keeps himself going. But we're looking to the future now, really, and certainly Jonah Younger will be coming back into the building at some point, and we've got to give young players the opportunity, and it's got to be a clear pathway. So there's a slight change of policy. The scouts and myself and Bairdy and everyone else here is looking at the best young talent that we can bring through, and when you mix them in with the experience of Collins and Davis and Bailey and Eastman, it needs to be it'll be a good mix. But certainly, I'm looking forward now to the future in this next year or 2, and I think bringing young players through is part of what we should be doing.
How's Jonah now feeling back at the club after he's been at Havant? He said he needed a bit of a break after some of the stick he got, so he must be in a better frame of mind now.
Well, he's gone away, I think it's a month next, on the 22nd of December. So, the loan was from 1 month to 3 months, and it was, like you said, specifically designed to go out and get him some game time, get him some confidence, and also he still trains with us here during the week. He's had a good session in the 11v11 today, and it's done well for him. It's done well for Havant, he's done well for himself, and he's come back and he looks the same player that perhaps when he first joined us. So when you look at the age of the players we've got, with the Younger being only 20 and Righty 21, Darren McQueen 22, Brandon Asante Thomas 20, Brad's only 19, it's encouraging. Josh Taylor's still only 23. So it's very, very encouraging with the young players that we've got coming through, and there's 2 or 3 more as well. Jude Mason, who's a left back at the academy, comes in. Is in the 18 squad now with Aswad out, and he won't let us down if he comes in. Crosley Lima is a leatherhead, getting games at senior level, and he's another one that we've got coming through as well. So we do have 6, 7, 8 players, and it's a credit to Marvin's work within the academy that the boys, when they come into training, look like they're ready. And as I said, we chart their progress carefully, and if they're good enough, they'll get given a chance, and then it's over to them to see if they are good enough.
I speak of things looking encouraging. The football in the first half was some of the best we played in weeks, so we can take that into the game at Bromley on Saturday and hopefully play that similar style.
Well, we looked at it after the Maidenhead game. you know, I've been looking at it carefully as well, even since the Dagenham game when we won 1-0. You know, teams have come and just sat in against us, try to hit us on a set piece normally, and you know, we were going too long too often. So we've worked really hard at training in the last couple of weeks to evolve a slightly different style. It's more of a mixture, but I thought we were excellent against Fylde. The lads only had a week to get used to the new ideas that we put to him. We were able to work them the whole of last week, which I think, again, everyone who was here saw a good footballing performance against Solihull. And we've continued to work on it for the whole of this week. So, you know, there is a shift in terms of the style, but it will still be mixed in with being appropriate for this league, which is occasionally you have to smash it into Rose Ebb when you have to. The other improvement that we've made this week is that Massey Gray's come in. He's someone that Ian Baird and myself know really, really well from our Eastleigh days. And you know, Matt was first team coach at Crawley, and Matt is going to be coming in as well as head coach with me and Birdie. So we're going to strengthen the coaching team. We feel that we need that extra coach, certainly to keep bringing the younger players through and to develop this sort of style of play that we're looking to, you know, to keep going with.
Lastly, is the FA Trophy a competition you're looking to go far in?
I say every year. When we were in the FA Cup, going through to the rounds that we did last couple of seasons, the FA Trophy can be difficult because we've got such a small squad, and you end up really sacrificing the trophy in the end, in the quarter-final stage when we were still in the FA Cup. This year we got a clear run at it. You know, we do like the FA Trophy, and we'll give it. You know, we'll be taking it very, very seriously. There won't be any you know, players not playing. It'll be the starting 11 that would play if it was a league game. But you know, it's a tough draw for us. There's no doubt about that. To you know, to get Bromley away in the first round and we're in the competition sort of sums up our luck a little bit with the away draws in cups this year. But you know, it's going to be a good game, and you know, as I said, our past record at Bromley's been very, very good.
Paul, thank you very much for talking to SUFCtv, and good luck for Saturday's game.
Thanks, Tom. Cheers.